What is up, my bodyweight warriors, and welcome back to another video. Today's video I want to cover the much requested middle split update. It kind of was covered in last week's video, which was my vlog of the day interviewing Emmett Lewis, which I will link to in the description down below, as well as the interview that I did with him. Also, if you like the t-shirt that I am wearing, it is a new Ardor Gymnastics t-shirt, which I will link to in the description down below. You can snag yourself one. But back to the update. So I originally posted the tutorial on the side split routine that I would be following, mainly for its accountability, as well as also wanting to share the information with you. From then, actually out of a lot of the goals that I've set myself, this has probably been the most consistent that I have been when working towards a goal over a long period of time. Out of these past 7 months, there hasn't been a whole lot of time that I've missed these workouts. Like, I've been pretty consistently doing 2 sessions a week. With the odd kind of 1 session a week here and there, but it's been pretty damn consistent, and I think the results speak for themselves, and that consistency is essential to that. So since I last updated you 3 months ago, we went from being like 90-degree angle in the middle splits, basically just being stood up, to kind of maybe 10 to 15 centimeters away from the floor. I'll put a visual representation over me talking now just to show you what I mean. Since that video, I kind of had a hamstring injury doing some heavy pancake work, and I kind of think I might have ruptured some tendon or ligament in there. I don't really know, I heard a pop basically when I was doing the exercise. So I kind of laid off the really heavy pancake and also middle split work, and instead I focused more on some PNF and just some more passive work for like 1 to 2 months, which, although it wasn't loaded, I think because I had put the foundations down and built that strength in those adductors and got more comfortable in that middle split position, I was then able to still continue to make good progress. Then that kind of left me up until the point where I was at about a month ago, and I was kind of stuck at that point of about 10 centimeters away from the floor. I'd still made progress since my 3-month update that I posted on the channel, but the progress was definitely slowing down, and I was really struggling to close that final 10 centimeters. Then, as I said, I interviewed Emmett Lewis, and I used his exercise that he shared with me and then also you guys in the video, which is, I think he names it the pissing dog, essentially a quadruped position on the floor, on your hands and your knees, and you're just sticking your leg out to the side, and you're doing a PNF contraction where you're raising it off the floor for 10 seconds, 5-second rest, repeat for 3 reps. I think I'm actually going to make a full video on this to share with you if I get the permission from Emmett, so I can actually go into a bit more detail and share with you some form cues, as well as the other techniques that I've been using for the middle splits in another video. Since implementing this exercise, instead of those loaded middle split isometrics, alongside the routine that I originally described, I've seen that 10 centimeter gap close to maybe more of a 5 centimeter gap over the past month. Then this kind of leads me up to where I was at the beginning of this last week. I kind of got my maybe best ever minus that clip with Emmett, and I don't think it's that bad considering where I started as a very tight kind of 90-degree angle middle splits to only 7 months later of consistent work, just 2 20-minute sessions a week focused on the middle splits. I've gone from being absolutely horrific to being pretty damn close to full middle splits. And I think that just shows you the power of loaded mobility and also what you are capable of when you put your mind to it and you commit. Emmett did mention, he said that one of the main restrictions for people when doing the middle splits is their mental attitude and thinking that they cannot do the middle splits. It's one of those moves that is very humbling just because of the nature of it. But I do think, given the right practice, similar to the routine that I described originally, you can definitely make leaps and bounds regardless of your starting point. I'm a good example of that. But that has been it for today, guys. As I said, I will make an entire video on the extra exercises that I've been using to progress middle splits, because I think they should be covered in more detail than I can do in this video. If you have been inspired by my progress or by the routine that I created, or anything I've been posting about the middle splits, and you've decided to give it a go yourself, then please share your progress with me. Whether you leave it in a comment down below, whether you go onto the Facebook group, the Bodyweight Warrior group, and share it on there, tag me on Instagram. I just want to hear how you're getting on and how you're progressing. If you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up button. If you have any questions about anything I've talked about in this video, then leave a comment in the comment section down below. If you want to share this video with a friend, get somebody inspired to start their middle split training, then you know where to hit that button. But that has been it for this week, guys. There is some very exciting stuff to come in the near future on this channel, so stay tuned, have a strong week, and peace.